About a year and a half ago, I started researching Bitcoin. This is about after I just published my first book on caffeine, and I finished that, and as I was getting ready to publish, I came across a Reddit post saying, oh my god, this Bitcoin thing, that's a nice color change. This Bitcoin thing is at $100,000 a coin. I was like, what is it? I think I bought like a little tiny, like $50 worth of that and sold it again because I was losing money. And I wanted to make more money, and I decided, let's research Bitcoin. So I went down the rabbit hole, I went down Reddit, I looked up all this shit, all the crypto bros saying all their crap, and I was I bought in. I decided to buy Bitcoin. And through the ups and downs of the last year, a lot of downs, given the current state of the economy, I've taken the time to research very heavily on Bitcoin, AI, and actually come to a conclusion of what it really is and why it is genuinely one of the greatest inventions since the internet. It's a bold claim, well aware, but we'll get into it. So very simply, what is Bitcoin? Stop scrolling, stop checking the comments, sit up, fix your posture, get your popcorn, tell your friends, this is gonna be great. Very simple explanation. So first, if you want to understand Bitcoin, the reason people can't understand it, they look at blockchain, all this nerdy technology shit. Let go of that. The thing you need to look at to understand Bitcoin is you need to understand money. What is money? What is this thing that we are trading our time and energy for the next 50 years of our lives until we finally retire, that everyone wants? What is it? Nobody actually knows. What is it backed by? Nobody knows. It's backed by the perceived threat of violence, but that's a whole separate point. So, money. This is how it works. Really, really simple. We're going to explain it with apples. If you have $10 and 10 apples on an island, we're on an island economy, it's tropical beaches, margaritas, beautiful music, it's great. We have $10, 10 apples. Very, very simple. In this economy, all the money has to buy up all the things. That's how money works. So you have $10 and 10 apples, each apple will cost $1 when it's divided out. Very, very simple. Still following me? Perfect. Now, once you increase the number of apples, so the next year, let's say we have 20 apples. We're getting better at harvesting apples. Our technology is getting better. We now have 20 apples. But we still only have $10. Therefore, when divided out, each apple now only costs 50 cents. This is what happens. As we get better at making things, prices will come down. That is deflation. That's what we want. Now, as technology gets even better, let's say they introduce AI. Everything gets crazy. They have all kinds of manufacturing. Apple farms everywhere. We have 100 apples in the economy now, but we only have $10. Every apple now only costs 10 cents. Very, very simple. This is what happens over time. Prices keep falling. This is how money should work. This is when money is good, when money is sound, and you can't manipulate it or control it the way it should be, a fair system that's equal to everybody. This is what happens. This is why in this Apple economy, prices keep getting cheaper, we keep getting better at making things, and life gets better. Now, the issue in our world is it's not like that. I'm gonna go into the details. We came off the gold standard. We stopped printing money based on gold, and the government just printed a shit ton of money. They keep increasing the money supply. Now, let's explain this with apples before you get lost, because it's a little bit of a mind fuck at first. In our economy, let's say you have 10 apples and $10. Each apple costs $1. Very, very simple. But next year we have 20 apples. But on our economy, the government has debt. They can't let prices go down, so they must print more money to offset that. So basically, they increase the money supply. Now we have 20 apples and $40. Since we have double the number, we have $40 and only 20 apples, divided out, each apple's now $2. Then we have huge breakthroughs. We make 100 apples, but the government can't let deflation happen, so they increase the money supply even more to $1,000. Now each apple costs what, like $10? That's what keeps happening. It's the opposite effect. We get inflation. The government has debt. They can't pay it. And put simply, they keep printing money. The currency is broken. It is broken money. That is the issue. That's the biggest issue. And that's money in a nutshell. That's how it works. That's why prices keep going up. It's not even that the prices keep rising. It's that we have more dollars than we have things, so the dollars are worth less. It's just supply and demand. It's very, very simple. That's how it works. When you have sound money, you can't manipulate. Prices fall as you get better at making things. When you have money you can manipulate, people will always print more. There will always fund wars. And this is why the Roman Empire fell. Broken money. They diluted the silver in the coins. This is what happened to Venezuela in the currency. This happened to Weimar Germany. This has happened many times throughout history and is now happening in first world countries. It's just a matter of time. Now, what is Bitcoin? This will make Bitcoin so much easier to explain. Put simply, if you have 10 Bitcoin in an economy and you have 10 apples, Bitcoin's different. This is why everyone loves Bitcoin. It only has 21 million coins. No matter what you do, you cannot create more of it. That's the way the code is set up. I can go into the nerdy shit. It's literally just you cannot create more of it. It's a fixed money supply. So if you go to store your time and energy into dollars, government keeps printing more, your time and energy is worth less and less. It gets siphoned away from you. If you put it in something like Bitcoin, where you cannot increase the supply, over time you get richer and richer. Your energy is stored. It's a finite asset. It's the first asset it's the first form of money. That's perfect. It's sound. No one can control it. No one can it's written in the code. And nobody lost my train of thought there. I sound like a Bitcoin rambler right now. Nobody can manipulate the supply. Therefore, it is sound. It protects your time and energy. That's the point. So in the Bitcoin economy, if you have 10 Bitcoin and 10 apples, each apple is worth 1 Bitcoin. Next year, you have 20 apples, but you can never increase the amount of Bitcoin. That's what causes deflation. That's the point. That's why it's so good. So if you have 20 apples in the economy and only 10 Bitcoin, each apple is now worth half a Bitcoin. Then you have 100 apples and only 10 Bitcoin still, because you never increase the supply. Each apple is now worth a tenth of a Bitcoin. And it keeps going forever. This is what happens. As we get better at making things, prices will fall over and over and over. And year after year, the quality of life goes up because everyone gets richer. Everyone gets more free. To the point where an AI increases productivity massively. It's going to do that. It's going to wipe out jobs as well. It's a whole separate topic. It will make everything cheaper in terms of Bitcoin. This is already happening. There's Bitcoin circular economies running around the world. And the reason this works is because Bitcoin has a fixed supply. There's many other aspects to this now. The government has debt, the dollar is going to collapse. There's all this shit. AIs come and take jobs. And if you want to read about that, I wrote a book. It's coming out on April 1st as of now. Pre-order, it's $1 for now up into April. So if you want to grab that before I increase the price, highly recommend. Very, very short. It'll explain all this in detail. So you don't have to keep searching, watching videos. But hopefully this helped. This is literally my ramble version of what is Bitcoin. Very, very simply. This is like the Cliff Notes version of my book. But it's what it is. It's not powerful because it's this magic internet money. It's powerful because no one can manipulate it. No one can control it. And it's free for everybody to use. It's equal for everybody. And you can't increase the supply. Therefore, year after year, in Bitcoin terms, you will get richer. That's my sales pitch. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.